we are seeing something called 3D viewing pipeline, where we are trying to understand what actually happens. Once you have modeled your objects, then this modeling transformation will give you the world coordinates, okay, and this world coordinates needs to be converted to the viewing coordinates, and for their viewing transformation will be helpful. Okay. Now this viewing coordinates will be used and then it can be viewed on your device. How? After transforming it to device coordinate. But in between you need to perform some projections, some projection transformation, so that it whatever the objects have been displayed here in viewing coordinates are converted to projection coordinates. Why we are doing this? To make the object more visible, I should say more realistic and helpful in some of the cases, okay, for understanding the design or the model. Okay, and then we perform the workstation transformation, get the device coordinate. Okay. So for now I believe this will be easy for you to understand that modeling transformation, whatever you have modeled, it will give you the world coordinate. Having the world coordinate, you need to transform it to viewing coordinate definitely, and having your viewing coordinate, you perform the projection operations. Okay. So one thing here is important to understand is projection transformation. Two names you already know, which is parallel projection as well as perspective projections, right? So let me include some of the things related to it. So in projection, what happens? It can be a parallel projection or perspective projection. In parallel projection, whatever it is there, it will give you a look parallelly, I should say, what is visible from here. Okay. So how it looks from this angle, that's it. So if you are looking from a 90-degree angle, whether from this side or this side, it will be called as orthographic. If you are looking from a different angle, maybe from this side, which is not 90 degree, in that case it is oblique parallel projection. Other than that, we have perspective projection. What happens here? Whatever the objects are there, they have a converging line. Where it converges to the reference point. Okay. So these converging line, where it crosses the viewing plane, only that much bigger the objects are visible. Okay. And the same thing here in this example, you are seeing that the two lines which are of same size, but one line is far, it looks smaller, another line which is near looks bigger. Two circles which are, one is far looks smaller and which is near looks bigger. Simple things to understand. In clipping, in 2D clipping, what was there? In case of 2D clipping, you had scene, and from the scene you have a window. Whatever was there inside the window was being displayed, right? Now you have an object. Okay. Now you have an object. So in 3D you will have suppose this is your object. So now you will have not a window, maybe definitely a window, but not a 2D window, right? Now you will have a 3D window. So I should say earlier you were calling it as clipping window. Now you should call it as clipping volume, right? A volume will be clipped. So if you want to have a clipping window here, it will be something like this. This as well as this part. Okay, Control Z. Okay, whatever is in between this part, they will be clipped, right? So that is what happens. Other things, the algorithms are similar, that whatever it is coming earlier, you were having these 4 points, okay, x min, y min, x max, y max. Now you have 3 coordinates, x, y and z minimum, x, y and z maximum, right? Here you can understand x, y and z minimum and x, y and z maximum. That's it. So if those are in between that range, they should be clipped. These are the few simple things that you have to understand in this thing. Okay, so in pipeline, what we have seen was, after performing these kind of operations, you get the respective coordinates, and they will be transformed to your device coordinates to make it visible. Okay, so these are the few things that we have seen today. If you have to ask something, please go ahead.